Good evening, everyone. This is The Rooster. Today we are exposing Denver's darkest stay. Eyewitness accounts from the inn at the Hollins Budget Inn, located 2601 Zuni Street, Denver, Colorado, 80211. Welcome to an in-depth exploration of the inn at the Hollins /Budget Inn, located you know where in Denver, Colorado. This is not just a review. It's an expose. Through the first-hand accounts of those who stayed here, we uncovered the disturbing conditions and challenges faced by guests. These are real stories from real people who trusted this place to provide safe and clean stay, but experienced anything but. Even more shocking stories can be found on this hotel's public reviews, adding to the chorus of concerns raised by those who stayed here. Segment 1, Diego Davella's story. A welcome of prejudice. Diego Davella recounts an experience that highlights the troubling lack of respect at this inn. He and his wife were met not with hospitality, but with hostility and prejudice. Diego states, "This inn should not be operating. My wife doesn't speak English, but even though the receptionist knew Spanish, she refused to speak it. It was dehumanizing, racist, and beyond unwelcoming." Imagine arriving weary from a tired traveling experience, only to not get the kindness that you would hope for at a hotel, but would face discriminatory action. Let's look at Oliver Jagger, a nightmare's stay. For Oliver Jagger, his stay at the inn at the Hollins Budget Inn quickly went from disappointing to nightmarish. He states, "Absolutely disgusting. Stained sheets, dirty towels, and unwashed curtains. Do yourself a favor," he says, "don't stay here." When even the basic standards of cleanliness are disregarded, it's more than just an unpleasant stay. It reflects a complete lack of care for guests' well-being. Segment 3, Linda's ordeal, hung up and ignored. Linda's experience with the inn at the Hollins Budget Inn was marred by poor customer service even before her stay began. She states, "The hotel staff was rude, hanging up on me multiple times just before check-in. They told me about plumbing issues and tried to move me elsewhere. It was a total mess." To feel dismissed and unheard by the very people tasked with providing service is unacceptable. Linda's story is a clear example of the indifference faced by many guests at this establishment. Now let's look at Lindsay's experience, a place of fear. Lindsay's story begins to light serious security issues for her. The inn at the Hollins Budget Inn was not just uncomfortable, it was terrifying. She states, "The deadbolt didn't even have a hole in the wall to lock. I had to barricade the door with furniture. It was terrifying." Lindsay experience underscores a fundamental breach of safety where guests are left vulnerable and unprotected. Segment 5, Elsie's encounter, surrounded by danger. Elsie's stay became more than uncomfortable. It raised genuine safety concerns. Elsie states, "No security on site, homeless tents and seedy alleys surrounding the property. If you stay here, do so at your own risk." When guests must fear for their safety both inside and outside, it points to serious negligence and disregard for basic security. Segment 6, and the last story, is Joe's story, a zone of crime and negligence. Joe's experience sheds light on the dangerous atmosphere surrounding the inn at the Hollins Budget Inn. He states, "Drug dealers, gangsters on the hotel property. My family and I didn't feel safe. The place was run down, abandoned." Joe's story paints a vivid picture of an environment where criminal activity is commonplace and ignored, a space far from the standards expected of a hotel. The closing segments from The Rooster, a call for accountability. These aren't just isolated complaints. They are testimonials to an environment of fear, neglect, and serious safety concerns. Guests came to the inn at the Highland/Budget Inn at 2601 Zuni Street seeking a place to rest, but instead encountered a settling that compromised their well-being and peace of mind. This isn't just about one hotel, it's about holding establishments accountable to basic standards of care and respect. These voices reveal a harsh truth, and by sharing their experience, we aim to ensure no one else has to endure these conditions. If you value safety, cleanliness, and respect, think twice before choosing this place. Let these stories be a warning, and let them stand as a call for change. Signing out, this is The Rooster. Thank you so very much.